Yeah, very tough. You know, the boys are hurting. I just said on camera out there, I felt we dominated the game for large parts with 12 men, dominated it with 11 men. And unfortunately, the 11 men and the 12 men caught up with us right at the death. Felt we definitely deserved something out of the game. Felt there were an awful lot went against us. And our boys tried tremendously hard right till the death to ride it out. And yeah, they'll be hurting, and I'm really proud of the effort. A couple of times we didn't turn the ball over on our terms when we could have done down their end. Maybe, certainly there's 2 or 3 that in the second half that spring to mind where we needed to turn the ball over in a really controlled fashion and get his defensive line set and in the right area, and we didn't do that. I thought when we did, you know, our defensive line did some magnificent stuff to keep them, you know, pinned in their area. But eventually, just the numbers game just told on us, unfortunately.
Rich, I know you'll have to be a bit careful about what you say, but with regards to the cards, the ones that your side received and the ones that maybe Warrington didn't, what have you got? Have you got a view on those?
Yeah, well, you know, clearly I aren't going to say too much. Ben Curry knocked David Fussitour out, and we didn't get a penalty. That's the only one that I'll comment on. Look, I think. Well, I'm about to comment on another. I've got no arguments with Ventos. You know, he's hit him in the head with a high shot, and under the current directives, we can start to expect that. But, you know, just go back and watch the 80 minutes of what we've all just seen.
Why do you take Fussitour off, Richard? He was clearly not right, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's something, you know, for our medical department, you know, that I'll get to the bottom of after. Well, I would disagree with that at the time, Ian, that clearly they thought he were right, or he's saying he were right. But yeah, there's some questions I'll ask, mate. Yeah, I thought it was surprising that after sort of taking a hit, we went straight to him down the short side. I thought that were a pretty dumb play on our part, and I thought we were pretty flawless actually with the ball and with his completions until then, you know. But that were a real error of judgment to go to him after such a heavy tackle. But as I say, he got a hit in the head, and you know, again, we got no reward from it.
How is he, Rich? Is he out next week's game?
We'll have to see at this moment, mate. Yeah.
Richie Myler?
Again, early days, but you know, it won't good enough to continue today. So we'll probably have, you know, we'll have a fair few selection issues at this stage looking into next week.
Can you say what the injury was with Myler?
Groin. Yeah.
How close was Harry Newman?
We'll see. You know, day by day, week by week, he's feeling good. He's pushing us, but we just got to be careful with it, mate.
Although it was obviously a defeat and a really gutting one, there were some cracking individual performances, weren't there? For the
I thought across the board we were really good. I thought both nines at times during the game really took it to him. I thought our middle really took it to him with Zane, Matty and Mickey when he come on. Cameron Smith did a great job. I thought Aidan Caesar really tried to rally his troops, and you know, when you're playing with 11 men and 12 men, you know, that can be difficult. But right across the board, as I say, I thought we rolled them down the field really easy. I thought we dominated for long periods, but eventually, you know, a couple of turnovers and the sheer weight of numbers when we were sort of fatiguing over that last sort of 10-15 minutes. So yeah, a really tough one. In the aftermath of it now, a real tough one. But I think bigger picture for us, you know, there's plenty that we can, you know, we can pull from this game in the resilience that we showed and the commitment that we showed in it too. You know, losing an edge player, then losing a winger as well, really puts stress and strain on your lineup and people playing out of spots.
You got an ovation. It's not often Leeds team will lose at home and get an ovation like that. I think it shows the fans appreciated the effort that was put in.
Well, look, they did their utmost to make up for that number, didn't they? You know, it was real noticeable, and they were magnificent throughout. You know, great atmosphere, pulsating game really, and I'm sure that you know, the excitement and drama of it would have come across real well. But yeah, our fans did their utmost to make up for the lack of numbers on the field. You know, as I say, the overriding thing, we could have been a bit smarter, but I felt we definitely deserved something out of that game. The way that we dominated it for long periods and the effort that we showed. Yeah, tough on us.
Obviously, you want a result every week, but as far as round one performances go, I mean, you've got to take a lot more out of that than the frustration and the anger, because there were so many plus points. You know?
Yeah, tons. Yeah, tons. I thought. Oh, as I say, I've said it a couple of times. I thought we dominated the game for long periods, on demand. You know, even when we had 11 men on the field, we were rolling them. You know, we were rolling them down the field, and we always, you know, I thought from the word go, we always looked like we could get over the line, and you know, probably bigger picture. We just lacked a little bit of composure. You know, in that second half at some really crucial times, but plenty we can pull from it. It's a long season. It's round one. Disappointed not to get something out of the game, but still, you know, got a lot of belief and faith, judging on what I've seen today in where we can take this team.
As I said, we're going to have a fair few headaches next week.
Yeah, different headaches. There will be selection headaches, but look, it's a special mention to Reece Martin. You know, Reece lost his dad in the week very suddenly. We kept a lid on it. The boys as the would, and you would expect from our guys, rallied round him tremendously well. His partner and his baby are back home, and he got the news sort of late in the week that his father had passed away suddenly. I thought his performance today under a situation in your life where obviously it's a swirl and you know, very emotional time. He's stranded over in the UK on his own. We're looking to try and get him home next week to be with his family. But I thought his response today and the way he played, his father would have been extremely proud of his effort and his performance. You know, he did magnificent for us.
Just in terms of the overall game, and you said obviously Channel 4, the viewers, if they were watching that, he had it all, didn't it, really, in terms of, other than obviously a Leeds winning, if you'd have scored a late try, the roof would have come off.
Yeah.
Do you think people would have come away enthused by what they saw today?
Depending on which parts of the game they're looking and judging it by, you would think so. Look, I think the whole round, the games that I've seen so far have been pretty good ones. We got a great start with intensity with Saints and Catalan. I think today for ours, obviously, we were leading most of the way. Once we got the lead, we led most of the way. Obviously doing it undernumbered, incident-packed, action-packed. And, you know, the game were in the balance right until the last play, really. So I would hope it's come across well with a terrific atmosphere created by both sets of fans.
Would you say you missed Blake Austin at all today?
Well, that's a difficult one because, you know, we played with 12 men, then 11 men, and obviously Richie went off as well. Blake's a quality player that we envisaged being in our starting lineup. So, yeah, I think ultimately we would. But I think Jack Walker, that were the late change in our team again, had a pretty good game for us today.